I'd kind of like to start. I don't think that our communities, even though I used to be at CrossFit Peachtree City, I don't think our communities cross over as much as I'd assume that they would. Can you kind of walk us through how you even got into the CrossFit space, like pre-ownership and pre-coaching, just CrossFit in general? Like, how'd you get here?
So gosh, it's like 10 years ago. I was in college and I was home for the summer. And my buddy is like, hey, you want to come work? He was a teacher at Whitewater High School. And he's like, hey, do you want to come work out with me? I'm going to work out at the school gym with a buddy of mine. I was like, sure. I'd just gotten back into fitness and doing anything because I'd gotten really out of shape after high school. I was a wrestler. And when wrestling season was over my senior year, I was like, I'm never doing physical activity again. And I'm eating whatever I want
Mhm.
because I've starved myself and worked my butt off for 7 years. And then I got fat really fast and decided I might need to do something. So I started getting back into shape, just normal bodybuilding stuff,
Mhm.
some running and eating in a huge calorie deficit because of wrestling. That's the only way I actually knew how to control my weight at the time. Got down to like 145, was super small for me. But then, so Dustin calls me one day in the summer. He's like, hey, you want to come work out with us? I was like, yeah. So I go up to school and this guy's there. His name's Dennis Bergeron. He was another teacher at the school. And he was like, we're gonna do some CrossFit today. I'm like, what is this? So he did like it was not even like a CrossFit workout, but it was like CrossFit. It was like an
Mhm.
EMOM. I think it was like a 10-minute EMOM of one push press every minute, building up heavier and heavier. Like that was the workout we did. And I think we did some other stuff after, but like that was the CrossFit we did. It was like the most dumbed down version of CrossFit you could
Mhm.
think of. But I was like, that was kind of fun. So I looked it up, and then I was like at a Globo gym at the time, and I would do like Fran in the squat rack, or I
Oh
remember trying to
goodness.
I remember trying to overhead squat 95 pounds with no coaching, and my grip's like super narrow in here, and like I'm crumbling, and people are probably looking at me like I'm an idiot. And it took years to figure that out, that your hands go wider. So that was cool. But that's how it started. And then I went back to college, and when I was in college, I was like, well, there's a CrossFit gym in town, so I went there. It was expensive at the time, so I talked to the owner and was like, hey, like, is there any way I could like do something around here, start coaching or like learn to coach, like anything? And he let me actually start kind of coaching, went and got my O1. And that's that's how the coaching started and how I got into it. So that was looking back, that was a long time ago, and it was a really cool experience to I was in the phys ed program at West Georgia at the time. And so that was it. Kind of like it helped a lot, like being a phys
Mhm.
ed teacher and going and
Mhm.
teaching and coaching and stuff kids, and then you go into the CrossFit gym. And we had other young people, that were in there coaching as well.
Mhm.
And I felt like I kind of got to hang on things a little bit better and a little bit faster than everyone else, because I was also going in schools at the same time and teaching kids. So I just got more exposure to being in front of people and teaching. And that's what CrossFit is, or being a CrossFit coach is just like, it's the same as being a PE teacher. It's teaching and coaching. It's just the same
Yeah.
principles.
Kind of blocking and tackling from the bottom up and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
basics, fundamentals, day in, day out. Now,
absolutely.